Hello, this is Social Science Simplified, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be discussing the United States Senate elections for 2022, basically my predictions of what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to start by filling in the incumbent parties because that is going to help. Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Illinois, not Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Hampshire, or New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Georgia are Democratic incumbents, and then the rest of the states have Republican incumbents. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to categorize Republicans that are retiring. As of now, the Democratic Party has no senators retiring. That could change, but as of now, no Democratic senators are retiring. However, there are multiple Republican senators retiring. Richard Burr from North Carolina, Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, Rob Portman from Ohio, Richard Shelby from Alabama, Roy Blunt from Missouri, and that is it as far as retiring senators go. However, there is some speculation that Ron Johnson from Wisconsin and Chuck Grassley from Iowa could retire. They've said nothing as of yet. So there are 5 open seats. Obviously, that's going to affect the way that the races end up going. And I'm just going to categorize all of them as toss-ups so I can start with my predictions and analysis of this. And I apologize, I usually use the donut to show control of the Senate or the Electoral College, but my computer is not acting normal today, so I did not want to mess with anything and lose internet connection or something. So the Republicans are starting with 38 senators, or 30 senators. My computer's acting a little weird. 30 senators, and the Democrats are starting with 36. So obviously this map already favors the Democrats more. So now I'm going to get into the safe states, starting with the Democrats. California, Alex Padilla, it's a special election that's also like the actual election, but he's going to be reelected. He's a Democrat from California, so chances are extremely high that he's going to be reelected. Then Oregon and Washington are also safe Democratic states, along with Hawaii. Illinois, Senator Tammy Duckworth is approved of, so she will be reelected in Illinois. New York, Chuck Schumer is going to be reelected. Maryland, Vermont, and Connecticut are all safe Democratic states. Now into the safe Republican states: North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Utah, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, South Carolina, and even though Richard Shelby, current senator from Alabama, is retiring, a Republican is going to be reelected because Alabama is an extremely red state. And then Indiana is also a safe red state, along with Iowa. If Senator Chuck Grassley were to retire, that could potentially change the situation there, and it would go down to at least likely. However, Chuck Grassley is currently the longest-serving Republican in the Senate, and he is loved by voters in Iowa, so that would be a safe Republican state if Chuck Grassley were to run for re-election, which he is, as of now. Now into the likely states. For the Democratic Party, it is Arizona and Nevada and Colorado. Those are the 3 likely states for the Democratic Party. Colorado, Michael Bennet, running for a 3rd term. He was appointed after one other senator from Colorado was named to Obama's cabinet. Michael Bennet was appointed by the governor of Colorado. He's going to be reelected. Chances are extremely high that he's reelected. However, it's not going to be by a safe margin of more than 15 points as of now. That could change. but he is going to be reelected. The other two that are likely but are not guaranteed to be reelected, Nevada and Arizona. Arizona, Mark Kelly is approved of in Arizona, and early polls show him with an extremely high lead. And also, Governor Doug Ducey of Arizona said he was not at this time considering a run for Senate, and he is an extremely popular Republican in that state. So as of now, the GOP has no strong candidate to run against Mark Kelly. And then finally, Nevada, Catherine Masto. This is her reelection to a second term if she is reelected. And she has Harry Reid's old seat, so chances are she will be reelected, and probably by a likely margin. Now onto the likely Republican states. Alaska, Lisa Murkowski. Chances are she's going to be reelected by a likely margin. If she does get primaried, she would probably run a write-in campaign like she did in 2010. And that's about it for Alaska. And then Ohio is another likely Republican state. Rob Portman is retiring. However, it's likely that another Republican will be reelected, as the Democrats have really no extremely strong candidate to run against a Republican. Tim Ryan is running, but he's a U.S. representative. He is not a statewide figure. So chances are a Republican will be elected from Ohio. And also the fact that Ohio was a red state in the 2020 presidential election, and they already have one Democratic senator, so chances are they would not elect a second Democratic senator. And then Missouri is another likely red state. Roy Blunt is retiring. However, the two strongest Democratic candidates have both declined to run, so chances are a Republican will be elected from Missouri. However, the former governor of Missouri, who had to resign amid scandals, is running, so that could create potential problems for the Republicans. However, I do not foresee any issues with a Republican getting elected from Missouri in 2022. I believe that is what is going to happen, given voting history in Missouri. And then only two more likely Republican states. Kansas is a likely Republican state. The governor of Kansas, Laura Kelly, could decide to run for Senate. But other than that, I believe it's very likely that Jerry Moran is reelected as senator from Kansas. And then Louisiana, John Bel Edwards has not yet declined to run for Senate, and that's why this is categorized as likely. If he declines, I would make it safe red. However, if he runs, it would probably be lean or tilt for the GOP, because John Bel Edwards is an extremely popular governor in Louisiana, and he's also a Democrat. And John Neely Kennedy, the senator from Louisiana, is a former Democrat, so it could be possible that John Bel Edwards could unseat Kennedy in Louisiana. And now on to the lean states. Pennsylvania is a lean state for the Democratic Party. That is because John Fetterman, he's the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. He's an extremely strong candidate, and the Republicans do not have really any strong candidates from Pennsylvania as of now. So it is extremely likely that John Fetterman will be elected as senator from Pennsylvania, this being Pat Toomey, a Republican's old seat, so this is the first flip. And it is a lean for the Democratic Party. And now on to the other leans for the Democratic Party. New Hampshire, Senator Maggie Hassan. It is likely that she will be reelected. However, if Chris Sununu runs, the current governor of New Hampshire, who is a Republican, it is likely that this race would become extremely competitive and might even go down to tilt Democratic or tilt GOP. But as of now, Chris Sununu has not said for sure that he will run, so as of now, it is a lean for the Democratic Party. However, if he declines, it's extremely likely that this could go to likely or even safe for the Democratic Party, since Chris Sununu is the only extremely strong candidate that the GOP has in New Hampshire. And lastly, for the Democratic Party, that's actually it as far as the lean states go for the Democratic Party. And there's only one for the Republican Party, and that is Florida. Marco Rubio will likely be reelected because he's the senior senator from Florida, and this is his third term. Well, he's currently in his second term. If he is reelected, that would be his third term. So it is extremely likely that he'll be reelected by a lean margin. Also, the Democrats have not really started to clear the field in their primaries yet, and even though they still do have a long time to do that, they do not have any extremely strong candidates who could potentially unseat Marco Rubio. And now on to the tilt states, starting with the Democratic Party. Georgia is a tilt state for the Democratic Party. Raphael Warnock, the current senator from Georgia, who won the special election in 2020 and the runoff in 2021, is running for a full 6-year term. The only strong candidate that the GOP has who is considering running would be Herschel Walker. The former president has encouraged Herschel Walker to run for Senate. However, he has not said anything yet. If Herschel Walker declines, this would obviously go up to lean or even likely Democratic. However, if Herschel Walker does end up running, there have been some polls that indicate that Herschel Walker could hold a lead over Senator Raphael Warnock. However, as of now, this is a tilt Democratic state. And there's only one other tilt Democratic state, and that is North Carolina. And North Carolina is a tilt Democratic state because the former governor of North Carolina, who's extremely unpopular, Pat McCrory, is running for Senate. And he is extremely unpopular. He was defeated in the gubernatorial election by Roy Cooper. So it is extremely unlikely that he would be elected to Senate in North Carolina. So that is why North Carolina is currently a tilt Democratic state. And finally, on to the last state, the tilt state for the Republicans, and that is Wisconsin. Incumbent Senator Ron Johnson is running for a third term, and while the Democrats do not have an extremely strong candidate to run against him, Joe Biden did win Wisconsin in 2020 by about 20,000 votes, and Ron Johnson has alleged voter fraud in Wisconsin. So it is unlikely that those same voters who supported Joe Biden would support Ron Johnson. So that is why that is only a tilt state for the Republicans. And while the Democrats do not have anyone strong to run against him as of now, it is likely that this will be a very competitive race, just like North Carolina and Georgia. Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Georgia are going to be the three most competitive Senate races in 2022, in my opinion. And it is possible that Ron Johnson does get unseated in 2022. And like I said, it is also possible that he retires given his early fundraising numbers. However, I still believe that Wisconsin is currently a tilt state for the Republicans. However, it is potentially possible that this seat could flip if the Democrats do run a strong candidate against Ron Johnson. Anyways, this is the final map for the 2022 Senate elections. 52 seats for the Democrats. The Democrats flip the seats of North Carolina and Pennsylvania and hold all of their current seats. And the Republicans have 48 seats, losing their seats in North Carolina and Pennsylvania, while holding on to the open seats in Alabama, Missouri, Ohio, and they lose the open seats in North Carolina and Pennsylvania, but hold on to the competitive seats, or potentially competitive seats, in Iowa and Wisconsin, and Florida as well. Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been my 2022 Senate election prediction. The Democrats flip 2 seats and go up to a 52 to 48 seat majority in the United States Senate. Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been Social Science Simplified. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe. I'll be back with more content soon. Have a great day.